If the stream is working, if everything is online. Hello? If everything is online. Yeah, and we're live. So sorry for late streams. We had a power outage for 1.5 hours, which is unlucky. And yesterday we had car issues. Not issues, but we had to, you know, do the necessary work with it. So I'm sorry about that up in front. And today we're gonna have to work on something else. Let me just try to see what's gonna happen, what we're gonna tackle today. Because I know that one of the things that kind of really bother me is the gold system. That you don't really see how frequently you get enough gold and so on. What gives you the most gold, etc. So before I do that, I just want to prepare my browser. See, I was really impatient starting to stream. And set up some music. Let's see. No, this is JRPG. Background music, let's go with something else. Workaholic Wizard 2 hours of calm DMB. How cool does this sound? Pretty good enough. Alrighty. The problems of current system. Wait a second. This is the border script, and this one is for here. I'm gonna write it down first and see what I really want to change. Oh. Many notifications, many card thingies going on, blowing up. Okay. Let me see my old stream goals. Rambo. We could go with a couple of low-hanging fruit, like adding maybe Glacior and Terror or something. Because currently we have like Voltor, Solocor, Glacior, Terror or something like that. Those would be like the 3 different items. But I don't want to tackle this one. I want to improve the general experience. And one of the things that really need like a big rework, I'd say, in a way, is definitely the cartridges, how they're assigned in terms of shop. Because currently we're randomly populating them and we don't have any filters and so on. Then I was thinking about also like introducing new stuff in the first area after you reach a certain milestone in the game. Maybe after you defeat one boss, that there is now a chance that more of an elite unit spawns in the overworld, if I make any sense, and so on. I mean, there's like a lot of things that we can work on. But I'm pretty sure that gold is the one that I want to tackle the first. And if I take a look at the player HUD, sorry about all the noises I'm making here, but let's see HUD. See, what I want to do is I want to add like the pop-up number. When this increments and so on, I want to display plus button. It should start about here, somewhere here. And I wonder how I could achieve this. Because currently I have flow container, which is okay, and it separates all the things out evenly, which isn't bad at all. I just want to see what would happen, for example, if I would add like, I don't know, let's say another gold label right about here. Problem with this one is that it's a bit too big, I'd say. I'm not really sure why did I put it under the control node. 1 second. Probably because of some spacings. Yeah, H separation is 1. V separation is 4, that one is okay. Okay, now if I would want to tackle this, I'd probably... This is pretty big, I'd say. But if I would do something like this... One second. I just want to see how many things I have changed. Nothing. That's okay. So then I think we have enough space for modifying this. And then I could try, for example, doing something like that. Okay, it's being pushed constantly. That's good. Ah, I see. Probably the spacing was the reason. I get it. This one has like padding all around it. But what if I try to modify this and make it a bit smaller? Okay, it grows. That's important. Let's make this one smaller as well. Now the tween will become something like... this. Huh. If this is gold and this is label, I can recolor it. The thing is that this isn't a rich label. And rich label gives us some better things. Ah, but it's not expanding. Fit content, no. Ooh. Scroll active, no. Interesting that it doesn't take up the size in the beginning, and it's a vanilla setup. Trim spaces, this isn't related to it. Scroll active, also no. Fit content, okay. It fits something, but it's pushing everything down. Well, anyway, if I think about it, the animating is gonna come with tweens anyway. And the color could be overridden with something brighter. Let's see, what do I have here? Default panel. Let's say orangey. How would it look if I add plus sign in front of it? And the tween that would happen, I really can't control it. That's one of the problems. I really can't control this one. Regarding the transform, so the control that was in here wasn't bad, because it gives us a relative pivot. For example, like this one. I would just say, hey, layout, container sizing. We should expand like this. Okay, and then we could fill it inside. And then we have some position. And then we can modify it up and down. So what we could do is, we could still keep this on the position 0, 0. Well, the size here, is it important? I'm not sure. It's already occupying the size that it needs to. This is okay, but what I want to do is maybe offset it by 4 pixels, 3 pixels, something like that. And when you get a coin or gold pickup, we fade it in, make it visible, and fade it out. Understand? Choof. 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 That would give it more of a premium feel, I think so at least. I think so. Now, if I take this container and use the edge separation, I would increase it a tiny bit, like that, just to keep it the same as we had it before. Yeah. But what should I call it? We have gold container, metacoin container, skill point container. Maybe we could leave it as a control, but still I'd like to have it named somehow. Countable floating. I'm gonna reorganize this one as well. Make it 2. It's not a combat text, but it's naming things, something that I hate. It's not a floating combat text because that one happens in the combat itself, but this is countable. No. Floating. Info text. We could do it. We could do it, and we could pull it and everything. So similarly, like we have floating combat text, we would have floating info text. That would be created specially for these 3 parameters. So for metacoins, for gold, and for stars. And where do I have floating combat text? 1 second. Here we have scripts, but we're gonna say create new one, floating info text. Okay. Similar thing to combat text, but it's not occupying the world position. It's a bit different. Yeah, we could take the no 2D for sure. I wonder, should it be a rich text label? What if I change the type? Oh, we have problems then. Huh. Let me just see the BB codes. I wonder if they're also responsible for float or something like that. Wave. Yeah. So the wave could be added with it as well. Huh. Okay, if I set its size to be 32, I should make it like not scrollable. Why is it showing that? Okay. So far so good. Then the color can be changed here as well. And the color itself. And the one that I wanted to apply was... What did I do here? Ah. This one. Okay. I wonder if the weight is the same. I think that this one, it doesn't have a good weight. It's a bit slimmer. And I'm not sure if I like it or not. It kind of should be thicker. Lotto Sans 800. And then I can enforce bold by typing BB code B, right? If I'm not mistaken. BB code enabled. Yeah, it becomes thick now. That's good. We want to have thicker numbers. So that's kind of okay. Now the color, I wonder, should I apply it through the theme override? I don't think I should. Because if I'm not mistaken, the BB code also can give me like color. And then something like that. Hopefully. Come on, buddy. Or I'll have to take a look at the syntax. Yeah, syntax it is. BB code. Let's see, color syntax is what? Aha, equal sign is necessary. No, I'm not sure. Aha, it works. Good. You can pass in a hex code. Good, 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 good. Then we're gonna have the logic that floating info text is gonna have applied. So we're gonna call it, and we're gonna call this controls position. And this. And we're gonna tween it. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And what happens if this grows? It's getting offset correctly. Good. More juice. More juice. Alrighty. So it's not 2D. First we have the references, you know what? I know it's duplication, but it's not gonna need as many things, and as we said it has to actually derive from what? This is going to derive from a rich text label. Like this. So the label itself, we don't need it. But then it comes a question, do I want to have like, you know, icons next to it and everything? Sometimes I should. Or? So then, maybe, if I take a look from what the rich text label is inheriting, it's coming out from control. Okay. Then let's do the control as a root, as a parent. Okay. And we have label, icon wrapper, glyph icon, player skull icon, we don't need it. Damage power type, what is that? For what was it used? Ah, no. And a tween, random number generator, this is for offsetting. I don't think we're gonna use a random number generation here. And then we pass in show value target global position. This one is gonna be a bit different. Scale, duration, removed, removed, and removed. What was that power type? Significance type. Yeah. Not in this context. Icon wrapper visible also. Not needed for now. Making it bare bones as much as possible first, and then we're gonna deal with it. With all the mumbo jumbo stuff in here. Because the color that we're gonna apply is gonna come through here anyway. So we're gonna have a label, that's for sure. And modulate color. This is rich text label. Now we're not gonna modulate it anymore. But what we're gonna say is... What is this creating? Is it creating a string name probably? String, okay. Then... we're gonna say string build string equals to text value. I really gotta clean the PC. It's starting to heat up, I believe. Quite a bit. Everything is clogged by... You know what? By the dust. So label build string or final string. Then what we do here is we say if color... I mean actually... What's the default color? I think it's white. I can't pass the default, huh? I can't create a new one in here. I know that. But... this isn't even possible here as well. Default parameter value for color must be a compile time constant. Yeah, anyway. We're gonna say if color is a null. Can't do it, huh? Then F me, we can do it like that. We can say color equals tiny second here. This one, okay. And I'm gonna slap this one in as a variable. Color hex. No, HTML. This one. Okay. Plus the text value itself. And the closing tag for color code. Here we go. Hey, Skeptic Believer, thank you for the lurk. So we have a final string then here. We're gonna say that the modulate can be removed, but here we say it's final string like that. But what if I pre-built the final string there when I show the value and I don't care about applying the color and everything in here? That make even more sense, I'd say, because this is special. Yeah, we're gonna do it. No need for color. Easy peasy. The scale is okay, the target position. So here I'm offsetting it. I don't believe we're gonna use the offsets here. So position to place, it's moving it up for -8. That's like an offset. I don't want this. But what I would want to do is, for example, move it down for 8 pixels, and then I lift it up by see, we're gonna change this as well. We're gonna change this as well. I'm telling you. Currently it's going to pop up just like the damage number. But we're gonna be building something more interesting. Okay. It's 200. Now what we gotta do is we gotta replace it. Like for example, here I have floating combat text. I'm gonna dupe it and say floating info text. Or floating HUD info text or something like that. Because it's a control node. Combat gives me like perspective. Okay, this is happening on the layer, in the world position and so on. But HUD, it's more specific. And the tween and everything is more specific based on this. Floating. Yeah, decided for now. We can always do the refactor. And we have to change its type. Okay, the file is now gone, it's missing. And we're changing it here as well. Like this. And it has to become a control node. So change type, control. I think that having them like 5 in the pool will be enough in the beginning. And now we start to remove other things that we don't need anymore. And just wait a second. I have to close all of these things down because I really want to focus on it, on the HUD, player HUD itself and so on. Okay. And this gold label is being used as the main thing. And we're just gonna simply call it label, delete the original one. Okay. But what's its problem? Horizontal alignment is left. But we have to assign like minimum size, I don't know, let's say 32. And minimum size 10. Fill, expand, transform. Like this. And then the tween will come and this is gonna be tweened. Bloop. Bloop. Hopefully. On this side I can say that we can remove the labels. No, icon wrapper is still here and glyph icon is here. But we can remove the player skull and damage power type icons. So we can have like icons added to it. And that's nice, but I wonder why is this being cut off? What is it doing? Why are you cutting off the outline? Huh. Anyway. So far so good. So floating HUD has to be replaced here as well. Like this. Okay. And now what we're doing is we're just gonna rename it this gold floating HUD info FT root. If I put it now in here, what the hell? Why did I change the floating combat text now? That's a wrong one. But we're gonna use the power of Git. Floating HUD info text. Save it. Rewrite it. Okay. Now floating HUD info text is the same as that one, but let's undo this one. Floating combat text. Sorry, fella. Reload from disk. Okay. Let's see. Floating combat text should stay the same as it was before, and this is completely okay. But info text now becomes like this. The offset is off, I'd say. Why is the offset so messed up? I wonder, when I change it in the scene itself, top left anchor. I think this will fix it. It's kind of. Yeah, it is. Wait a minute. Yep. It's aligned. Okay. All good. So that's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this from the pool, and once it's gonna be added, we want to tween it. So it's gonna be transparent, go up, become fully visible, and then slowly become invisible. We're gonna do this for all of the things, at least these countable things, I'd say. But we gotta reorganize it a bit here, how our structure is laid out. And it's bothering me that this freaking outline is being cut off. Why does it do it? If I add the space here in the beginning, I guess we're getting rid of that, and the spacing seems fine. So, okay, looks good. Doesn't look terrible. If I expand on it, like 5,000, it's still gonna be visibly okay. And now we can use this for the bandits and so on, that they can steal stuff from you, so the minus could happen, and this could be red. You know, there could be like a gold stealing trap or something. Or when it decrements, yeah. It gives you info, more info about what's going on. Alrighty. Just 1 second. Floating HUD info text. FHIT. Okay. Renaming it. Assign an appropriate route. I just want to see what's with this one. Do I specify any minimum transforms? I don't. Metacoin. And this one has to come also out. And we have to resize it a tiny bit. And I think that we have everyone on 2. Yep, we do. Now the naming of these things. Okay. Skill points FHIT route. Okay. So far so good. No problemos. Hey Dozy Burrito, how's it going, buddy? By the way, I'm working on the texts a bit, you know, like if you gain gold, you're gonna have the visibility here pop up. Boom, in 1 second how much gold you actually gained and so on. So the player feels, okay, I'm gaining stuff from this and that, you know. And I want to rework a bit how the gold is being rewarded, because currently it's a bit of a cluster F. So I was thinking like the main source of the gold would be points of interest in the world, like if you destroy crates and so on. Some exploration, maybe some tougher mobs, and definitely in arena itself, you know, between the waves, maybe there could be a gold rewarded, and at the end of clearing the arena, and make it pickable also, that you would see it like, you know, a coin that drops and spins. So that's more to the mini game, I'd say, to more to the challenge, that player is motivated to pick some stuff up. Okay, this floating HUD info text is okay now here. We're just gonna reverse this back to 0. And I'm gonna remove it from here. But before I do that, I want to open up the player HUD itself and make the references. Now, how did I name this thing? I have it right next to the gold label or something like that. Gold label. Okay. So I have gold label, metacoin label, and skill points label. All good. Let's just take the references for those routes. And these things are actually just controls. Control. And I'm gonna copy and paste the names. So it's metacoin, fhit route, Then we have gold, F hit root. And last but not least, skill. Okay. They're gonna come under here. Get node. Control. Now this reminds me of a song from Puddle of Mud. I can't control you, you can't control me. Okay, so far so good. And then I want to see where I have floating combat texts. Of course, it has to be somewhere where I create like a pool of them. Huh. Maybe a big search. Yeah. Game controller, this is the one that I was looking for. Where you at, boy? You here. Floating. HUD info text. Scene. Lowercase. Now where do I instantiate you, boy? Game controller? That's only here. And then in the level itself, what do I do here? Create pool. Pool in the level, yeah. Probably a good place to do that as well for these guys. Because it's level specific. I don't migrate the HUD between levels. It's being recreated in every single level. There's like a global HUD and player HUD, but player HUD is level specific because it's tightly coupled, I'd say, on existence of the player unit. Okay. Like this. And then I do a pool, which is made out of this. But we're gonna populate it with, I don't know, let's say 10 only things. We don't need many more. The difference is gonna be the pool name. Not FCT, but hey Nahis, hello. FHIT. Okay. I just want to build. Expecting a crash. Or not. We'll see. How's the project going, dude? Control. Like this. And then I wonder, I use it like that. Okay. Oh my god. And how do you find it? Is it soul wrecking or useful, or how's it going, buddy? HUD controller, player HUD. I have a new issue here probably. Because I called the update UI or something like that, huh? Gold something? Actually, it's okay. Uh-huh. That's cool. That's pretty cool. I use string names, huh? I can catch the FHIT. Okay, and then I here say floating combat text. HUD info text here, this one. Target global position. And I return it to pool this. Okay. But where is this course? Which course did the company finance for you? Is it like specific of a Claude or something on Udemy? You know, I wonder. For which one they decided that, okay, now this is appropriate for you guys. Gold average. Yeah, but I was thinking like on Udemy or any other company that's giving you like courses. Is there a special provider for these courses, you know? I wonder what the companies finance, you know, to train. Because I know, you know, for like system administration and so on, you have like certificates. Okay, I get it. And you paid for it. The company had to pay for you for it, probably, right? But most importantly, did you Oh my god. Yeah. Oh shit. And did you learn something new? Something interesting? Signal finished. This becomes this here. I don't think that the node here has like global position. It has a transform only. So tweening global position is not gonna work definitely. I'm gonna rename it to target position. Like this. That's one thing. Oh. Three times more tokens when... I get it, I get it. But is it faster? That's what they're gonna measure. Mm-hmm. I wonder how they decide how much value the certification costs, you know. So you pay like 1.5k euros for that, but do you have to pay for the tokens themselves as well, or is that included in the course? One second, I want to see where I get the FCT. I still have to add it as a child, yeah, I get it. Okay, in the player HUD, where did I tweak this? Here. Okay, so I add child. I say FHIT. And then when the show value is called, floating HUD. This has to be shown there. At least I think so. First I add it, I position it, and then I show the value, okay. Not global position, but position equals to 0, I believe. And then in show value, I'm gonna say, just for now, new value. Huh. New value, old value. I have to calculate the amount. Int amount. Amount. Target position is the current position. HT position plus new vector 2 0f minus 8f. Freestyling for now. Just wanna see what's gonna happen. Probably explosions, but we don't care for now. Okay. Now let's read what Nehes said. So he says, I mean, you can produce the software faster. If I manually crafted the feature, I'd have better quality code and architecture. This stuff is spitting code like it's nothing, like 40% more code than actually needed. Oh, that's nasty. Aha. So they don't have like... You're working for them like a freelancer or something like that. More or less, right? I didn't see anything happen there. But we do get errors, which is good. Ah. First issue. Actually, that's smart. Clean. You know, clean invoices. You don't own anything to them, they don't own anything to you, and that's best. Ah. Hey, what a nice little river. Okay, I saw a pop there. The positioning is a bit off in styling, but we can fix that. And we have to make it a bit longer so player actually sees how much of stuff he gets. So that actually happened when I killed... it happens. The scaling is a bit off still. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Oh my god. Oh, by the way, I don't get any gold if she kills. So we're gonna see more bugs coming out. That's cool. Let's see, 18, 13. 13. It is complicated. Well, I also hate doing bureaucracy, you know, for that thing. If I make any sense. Okay, they just freaking stopped attacking each other. Antlers. Okay, so definitely when I destroy the tank, I want to see the yellow pop up. I want to see it wiggle a bit. And longer. And the root has to be from the middle directly. Okay. So far so good. So the thing that we don't like is the weight of the text. It has to be changed. It has to become chunkier. First thing, we can do it in the code here. So amount to string, this is going to be transformed. Let's call it string, final string equals to amount to string. And we say, I think the B is for bold. That's the first thing. Then I want to add the color equals to that super golden one, nice one. I don't want to hard code that one in. And we're gonna add like a plus sign to it. Should I add plus sign? Color also has to be specified if we're adding or if we're removing. That'd be cool. You know, like the red color. I think I have the colors somewhere in the config. So if, yeah, let's say color. What are we gonna call this one? Colors. White. Whatever, this is just a placeholder for now. And then I'm gonna say if amount could actually do something like that here in one line. I could say amount order equals to 0. I would say global game controller config colors by unit stat type. Huh. Let me see. Whew. Experience FCT color, normal color, colors by unit stat, rarity colors, colors by skill tier type. I mean, a lot of colors are being reused, but it's good if they're separated, because if anytime I want to change something, it's wired to appropriate thing. Here I have combat text colors. I could say hot text colors. Let's do it. Colors, resource, combat text colors, and region. Gonna keep it simple for now. Let's say positive. What is it called? Floating HUD info. like this, and it's gonna export. And I'll say negative. If I like this, okay. I fear when I release my game. Dozy, who are you asking? Me or Nehez? I think his game is progressing very well in a short amount of time, as far as he showed us his progress. But mine, you know, I really don't see the end of it yet. Just improvements. Okay, positive F hit color and negative F hit color. Good enough. Well, I'm not sure if you saw, but there was like a little update that basically fixed a significant bug. There was actually an issue that companion could actually step on your, you know, sequence plate, and they could mess up the minigame for you. And an issue where arena waves could suddenly stop progressing, that was fixed. Some tombstone counts were fixed. And I've added a new item. That was on Monday, I believe. Ram Bam. Basically, a helmet. If you charge into somebody, they get like really badly knocked back. And currently I'm redesigning the gold system because it was just all over the place. Currently, like, I've dedicated how much of gold the player can get in a single level. And this was then spread out between the units, which wasn't that bad. It isn't bad. But still, I want to make like the POIs more interesting, that sometimes they spawn treasure chests. So the exploration is a bit more rewarded. If I make any sense, you know. I'm gonna try to keep it like that. But then this will like take a lot of things with it as well. Like, you know, classic stuff. Recalculating how the things are being distributed. Debugging it. But it's important now that I'm trying to show the player how much of gold he gets on each pickup, and I want to kind of drop also golden coin or something like that. Alrighty. Color resource. I don't know why I can't right click in here. It's like some dictionaries and the export groups are bugged. And I'm super surprised by it. Well, anyway, positive, negative. What we can do is, for sure, we can copy and paste this one here. Otherwise, thank you for asking. Appreciate it. If somebody's showing the interest. And the negative is going to be this red. Copy. Well, like this. Good. And what we're going to plug in the code is this. So if amount is more than equal 0, we're going to say color resource positive F hit color. Otherwise, we're going to say same schmorn but negative. But like doing the double the ternary here, I think I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna do the amount check here. The color is gonna be specified here, because there's like more parameters based on that. I don't know if I make any sense, but what I want to do is say if it's more, then color simply is this, positive. But we're not setting only the color, we're also gonna set the prefix. String prefix. It's gonna be 0 for now. I mean empty. But here, we're gonna say prefix equals to plus. So that's the first thing. And then we have like the else statement. And in the else statement, I'm gonna say negative. And here we're gonna go with minus. If I would have only one property, that'd be cool. The first try, I wanted to do it with that operator, but now here we have color, and the color has to be specified like this. Now that's a color, and I believe I have like a final string somewhere. And also here prefix, and that's it. So it should be a bit more beautiful, I'd say. Yeah. Unnecessary value assignment. Okay, then I'm not gonna assign anything to you. The tween is still not gonna be okay. Floating info, HUD info text. Because what I'm currently doing it... Okay, let's first analyze it and see if the colors and if the boldness of the text is okay. And then we're gonna see the positioning and how we're gonna tweak it. Okay, let's get into the fray. Still, that wall shot bounce coming through the wall is bothering me a lot. Nothing changed. I didn't see any color changes. For crying out loud. And the duration of this thing. Where can I specify it? Scale becomes 1, the duration. Yeah, the color. Color is bothering me. Why is the color bothering me? Color. No, duration. Duration is first one. Let's say the 1.5 f. F, okay. But I think that colors should be applied correctly. Yo, of course, to HTML. That's the key. I mean, function needed to transform it. And then the next step is going to be that we make it float. We want to make it like transparent, slowly become full, and then back to transparent and float slowly up. I think that that's like the satisfactory factor that you see number go up somewhere. Boom! Okay, let's get them. The color is off and the boldness is off. Like nothing changed. Are you kidding me? Okay. BB code is enabled. I think I'm building the correct string as well. Just a second. Yeah, idiot. Okay, let's try it again. I was passing in the old string, like directly converted the mount, and that was it. Okay, let's go. Yeah, that was a tiny bit better. I just want to add the space. So these slimes aren't gonna give you anything because they're like summoned. But these guys, you're gonna see the yellow pop up once he dies. That's much better. Now we just have to animate it correctly. The correct movements, so I believe that scale completely has to be removed. Plus 17. All good. Plus 70. How much is the horseman gonna give me? Plus 45. And now we see, it's more valuable. Another improvement. I got the fairy dust. Oh, good seller, good seller. How much will they throw? This is what I've noticed. Everything that she kills, I don't get gold. Now, either I don't update it correctly. Something has to be here. Okay. But that's good. We saw it. One thing that's bothering me, we have to kind of give it a bit space. Otherwise the outline is being eaten. So I mitigate this by adding the space here. Then, now the fun thing happens, and that's a tween. Prosto Kotiolo! Hello! How's it going? How's it going, you raccoon warrior? Cool emojis. Yet alive. That's good. Good to hear. If alive and kicking, that's what matters the most. This scale. What's funny going on here? Well, I'm improving the game. Lands of Fury. It's been released like... Oh, chat messages. I shouldn't expose those. I'm gonna read them a bit later. But the game has been released in early access. It's far from, you know, I would say successful, sustainable early access, but, you know, grinding, improving on it, working on stuff, adding more content, killing the bugs. Yeah, that's it basically, Lands of Fury, if you want to check it out later. And currently what I'm doing is I'm trying to make getting gold a bit more rewardable, because currently I didn't show anything like in the HUD that you've picked up gold or did something with gold. You just had the counter incremented, and I want to do this now that I tween it. I show, you know, like the golden label appearing, popping up, boof, and that the player would feel, you know, I kill this, I know how much gold I get from it. I don't have to do the mental math inside my brain. You know, just trying to be kind to the player. So that's what's going on currently. And what I'm doing here is I'm trying to make this tween now. So first I'm doing the position. Yeah. Thanks. Let's see, I know that the... Thank you. Glad that it looks nice. Still, it's rough from time to time around the edges, I'd say. But with every single update, the quality of life and the bug squashes improve. So thank you very much for kind words. Appreciate it. Now, modulate A, I believe, is the value. Modulate A? Something like that. Yes, I knew this is the thing. Now, where do I use this? I use it in the mode system, definitely. Chain. Okay, I can chain it. Huh. I tween it. I set it to parallel, then I chain it. How is this gonna work? Don't have a freaking clue, but we're gonna find out. Because currently I'm... something happened. Kit4Z, Guitars just follow. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. Now instead of emote sprite, I think we can do the label, right? Label. Label. Label and hide after duration. If I'm calling it, I don't know, for a certain amount of duration, I could calculate it somehow, because if I pass in the duration and I have like the fade in fixed, that means that in half a second I have to hide it. Let's see. Duration. This chain is bothering me. You know what? I'm gonna rubber duck the crap out of it. I need some explanations. How do I make tween transparency? Sequence while other things are in parallel. I'd like the text to start transparent at lower position, move to the middle, on the middle it be fully visible, and then become again transparent / invisible. Let's see what is gonna do it. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. That's an awesome one. For the memories, I have a dark no rubber though. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Oh. Thanks for making me laugh. That was awesome. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I'm always, you know, like bothering Mr. Cloud or Jibbity with these questions when I have regarding the tweens and so on, because it's like wrote like I would say 20 to 30 about of them, but still, you know, when you have the edge cases like this, when something has to go parallel and then you have to chain them and so on, yeah, it's interesting. Phase 1 in parallel, phase 2 sequential fade out. I don't trust the Jibbity so much. But Cloud is saying the same thing, so I wonder. 1 second. Parallel through, and then hold the fully visible weights for phase 1 to finish. And tween interval duration, and then it chains it together. I wouldn't come up with this like for a long time, especially not with this syntax here. Let's see, that's floating, and if I remove that back to move duration and so on, I can just specify them here. For now. So it wanted to have it like parameters. Maybe I'm gonna keep it locally. We'll see what's gonna happen. How it works, and then we have the parameters that we can tweak and so on. And get it based on the feel. So, in which language do you think? I'm gonna ask you like that. What's your main language? Oh, yippee. What's wrong there? A bug? Well... not a bug, but the syntax. I want to know how actually I can make, like in parallel to do some opacity stuff and move and stuff like that. Now let's take a look at the gold value here. Well, it's not how I imagined it. So that's a problem. Now let's analyze it. It goes up and it fades out. The position is wrong. I want to see what's with the position itself. 1 second, let's find another unit that's gonna give us some gold. Okay, come on guys. It goes too far and it starts too high. At least I think so. Yeah, it goes too high. So it should start somewhere here, but as transparent. It's not starting transparent. Yeah, me neither. I'm also not an English. From English-speaking country. I get what you mean. Sometimes I counter the language barriers by myself. Okay. So it's not starting as transparent, is it? It happens so fast that I don't... But I think it's good. Maybe the fade out should happen at the end. But no, it's not. Yeah, I mean, the colonies and so on, definitely. The old colonies they had. Let Mr. crash on me. Well, it did. But we can still modify the code. So what did it do? Move duration 0.45. Scale, move duration. Where's the position? Target position is what? Hello. Okay, now. Do you guys still hear me? Because Brave like completely crashed on me. People. Low disk on file system root. I think I'm gonna have to stop early to clean up to make more space. I'll be back again. I'm not sure if later or if tomorrow, but I'm gonna be working on this. But this is something that really needs like my attention. 16 megabytes only left. That's not gonna end well. So, thanks everybody for tuning in. Yeah, we're gonna keep on grinding. A big update has to come out on Friday, okay? So, bye for now, till I clean up everything. Bye-bye.